member is, yes, we are focusing on these type of criminal activities also extending not only to businesses and other entities, but also to government service centers such as schools, hospitals, and government offices. So that also becomes an area of focus to prevent any form of extortion that could happen in all those places. We are troubled and concerned, but at the same time, we're taking action by the activities of extortionists and indeed kidnappers who prey on the vulnerabilities of those who are running their businesses and those who are subjected to kidnappings. We are troubled by that, but as I alluded to in my main reply, we are taking action and taking steps to address these challenges. And a great deal of progress will be made. And I found that when our police do focus on an area of criminal activity, we do make a great deal of progress, particularly when the various legs of our police service, both local, provincial, and national, work together. We are able to make a great deal of progress. Our National Police Commissioner has been, for instance, in areas like the Eastern Cape on a number of occasions where we have found extortion to be rife, and it's not only in the Eastern Cape, it also extends to many other provinces, and we are focusing on stemming the tide of extortion throughout our country. And in the course of doing so, we are dealing with criminality. Those who want to perpetrate criminal acts are going to be brought to book, as our minister and deputy ministers have committed. That is something that we are going to do to good effect. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable President. We are now taking a follow-up question from Honorable Mgcinga Ndlovukazi.
Ndiyabulela,
Kusebukhosini la NCOP.
Ndiyabulela, Chair. Bota Mongameli.
Ewe.
Mongameli, umbuzo wami umncinci uthi into yokokuba, are you going to declare extortion as a state crisis namhlanje? I-extortion njengoba utshilo President into yokokuba ihlukumeza abantu isizwe sakho President. Ude wakhupha ne-task force yakho watsho into yoba phe Eastern Cape in the Home of Legends into yokokuba uthumele abantu bakho, uthumele iteam yakho ngoba uyibonile nawe into bingxaki khona. Umbuzo wami ke President uthi into yokokuba, are you going to declare extortion a national crisis? Please, Mr. President, use your powers. As lawmakers, I'm also a lawmaker now. And I know that we in this house, we have the power to amend laws. Use your powers in the Constitution, President. If there's a challenge with the law that won't allow you to make this declaration, you have my vote. This will be the first vote of the EFF that will allow with you extortion, maybe a national crisis. President, people are living in fear. People are not safe. Schools have closed down, President. The School of the Blind and the Deaf has closed down in Umtata. Kids are not going to school because bayoyika. Uwese Gqeberha, President, i-businesses ziyavalwa. Umntu xa ene-flats, uzawuthiwa into yoba ii-flats eziyi-13 zezethu, eziyi-3 zezakho, unozayibhatala njani ibhondi? Ndithetha mna ngumntu olapha kwipalamente, onezo zinto, utata luhlala apha ecangkwam. Ithi ke le nto, President, into yokokuba this is a national crisis. Ndiyakucela, President, into yokokuba ukhe nje ubamamela abantu, ngoba mna ndilapha ndimi apha. Andithethi nje ndingunolibaba lomcinga, ndi-EFF cha, ndithetha ndingabantu. Abantu bayakhala, President, abantu bayafa, igazi liyaphalala. Namapolisa ayoyika.
Isikhathi sesishayile Ndlovukazi.
Enkosi,
Siyabonga.
undivile uPresident, alala.
Ewe. Mongameli.
Honorable Chairperson, ndiyavuya ukuva ukuthi if we were to embark on anything sinayo vote ye-EFF. Honorable Chairperson Ndlovukazi has spoken with a great deal of passion and a great deal of deep feeling out of the challenges that we are facing on the issue of extortion. And it is precisely this recognition that has made me give the initial reply that I gave, that we are now focusing our attention more and more on extortion. She would desire that we declare it as a national crisis. It is a crisis, and I don't know whether you meant declare it as a state of disaster, but it is a crisis that we are addressing. To have a state of disaster, we need to deploy resources, and the efforts and the initiatives that we are making and are embarking on now are meant to stem the tide of extortion, and we would like to see how the combination of every effort that we have embarked upon is going to make an impact. And I do believe that it will make an impact, and we will be able to eliminate this criminal activity. A combination of our crime intelligence capability, our policing capability, both visible and otherwise, and our various other capabilities through task teams, task forces that we're putting in place, will to a large extent be able to address this. And our minister is embarking on this with a great deal of vigor and focus for throughout the whole country. And obviously, the Eastern Cape, Umtata and Gqeberha, and indeed here in Cape Town as well, we've seen incidents of extortion, and in Gauteng and a number of provinces, including KZN, and that is just happening, and we are focusing on it. And I do believe that with the measures that the police are putting in place, it will happen. And of course, we want, as I said earlier, through the forums that we are putting in place, we want a collaborative process where we all work together, because in the main, it is our people in the communities who know who the extortionists are and who know where they operate. And it is when we combine crime intelligence and the intelligence and information gathering of our own people that we will be able to have these activities stopped. The hotline that has been set up in certain areas, which will soon be national, is going to help in that regard as well, so that we are able to deal with them as they embark on their activities. So, sizayenza njalo ke njengoba sowushilo Ndlovukazi, nevote yakho ikhona, hayi yonke into izahamba kakuhle.
Thank you very much, Honorable President. We're now moving on to a follow-up, which is made by MKP Party, Honorable Mokoena.
Thank you, Chair. I didn't greet you earlier on. I'm sorry. I think I got a bit of a nervous speaking to the president for the first time. Sawubona, President. Good
Yebo.
afternoon. Indaba ye-extortion, President, has gone far worse than just edorobheni noma lapho kwenziwa khona normal course of business. It's now gotten down or streamlined all the way down to indawo zabantu, the rural areas, komhlaba uyalingana, konongoma, even komashu, komlazi. It's gone as far down as that, but we are more concerned about areas where, like Umtata, where it is alleged that a chief was found to have allegedly been part and parcel or a leader of an extortion gang. It's alleged. It is alleged. We are then concerned about areas where the state has put these chiefs and indunas in place and are recognizing them. And it's now found that those very people or induna namakhosi endaweni zabantu abamnyama izona impela ke manje esezenza kube bukhuni for abantu abamnyama ukuthi bahlale endlini zabo bahlala ngokusaba. Kuphinde futhi kube khona lento, let's face the facts, ngisho namaphoyisa kulezi indawo kunabantu abangathintwa amaphoyisa okwaziwayo ukuthi nje abathintwa ngoba basaba induna noma basaba amakhosi. Iliphi iqhaza esolithatha njengohulumeni noma iyiphi hope esonika abantu endaweni zabo zokuhlala zokuthi usizo liyeza luza futhi quickly because abantu bahleli kabuhlungu endaweni zabo. Siyabonga.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member, Honorable President.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Noma ungathi uthukile kancane uyangibona ukuthi naye angilumi. So awufanele ukuthi uthuke nakancane nje. So masiqeda lapha ngizoqhawula ukuthi i-nervousness yakho yehle ngempela. Honorable Chairperson, imizamo esiyenzayo uma uyibheka yonke yokwenza sure ukuthi criminal intelligence yenza umsebenzi wayo, amaphoyisa ahamba emgwaqweni nalapho kuhlala khona abantu bakithi bayenza umsebenzi wabo, and all these other agencies as amaphoyisa or the criminal justice system are aimed at ensuring that we stem this tide of extortion and eliminate it. It is a new wave of criminality that obviously we've got to deal with. And it has been in the making, having started in certain parts of our country, and it's now spreading, as you correctly say. In a way, kwaqala ngaleyanto ya omadela ukubona. And then they started just wreaking havoc in building sites and saying that they want 30% of that and so on. Basebeba construction mafia. And we are now going after them. We are also going for the extortionists. So what we can say to our people is that with the efforts that we are putting in place, through the various task forums that we are putting in place, we will be able to get a good amount of information about how these extortionists work and who they are. And as you say, unfortunately, in some instances, not all, we're finding that there are people who are involved, who are operating as either officers and police. Some of them get involved, they get tempted and they get lured into all these, and they then don't execute their jobs. And we want in the end to ensure that we get rid of such tendencies amongst those who are meant to protect our people. So we want all our people to work together in these forums that we are setting up, so that whatever information is there and available about people who are acting in a way that they are not expected to act, we should be able to deal with a view of getting rid of the criminality of extortion. So we will get there, and we will be able to give our people the assurance that as we deal with these extortionists, we will reduce incidents of criminality throughout the country. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. President. We are now coming to the last follow-up question, which is asked by Honorable Badenhorst, DA.
Right here, Mr. President. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Mr. President, deja vu. 11 months ago in this very house, you were asked a similar question to the one being asked by Nkosi Nkonyana today. The original question emanates from your 2020 State of the Nation address, where you said, Mr. President, and I quote, "Special units would be established in every province to combat the scourge of construction mafia," unquote. Your response, Mr. President, at that time included reference to the establishment of 20 economic infrastructure task teams throughout the country, with 946 experienced and knowledgeable members from police units like crime intelligence, visible policing, detective and forensic services, and the Hawks.
Yeah.
Their processes, resources, and intelligence were to be integrated, working with other role players, including the National Prosecuting Authority, Financial Intelligence Center, relevant government departments, the South African Revenue Service, and state-owned enterprises.
Yeah.
You furthermore assured this House that more than 37 million rand was going to be made available between 2022 and 2024 financial years to combat this. More significantly, Mr. President, you concluded by assuring the law-abiding, tax-paying citizens of South Africa the following, and I'm quoting again. So, all these matters are now being focused on vigorously. We are going to go after those gangs. We are going to go after those people who hijack building sites and all that, unquote. Despite these promises, Mr. President, made nearly a year ago, activities of the construction mafia has increased. The practice of extortion has proliferated. In fact, they now also target small businesses through the so-called business forums. From, as mentioned before, the School for the Deaf and Blind in Mthatha, to a 64-year-old Kraaifontein grandmother who sold food on the side of the road. That was her only crime. Mr. President, taking all that has been said today into account, do you not think it's a fair assessment to say that you have failed to deliver on the promise you made last year to deal with these purveyors of extortion and misery? Thank you.
Honorable President.
Okay.
Honorable President, please, Honorable Badenhorst, don't disturb the President. He wants to speak to your question.
Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Badenhorst is taking the advantage of sitting very close to where I am. And in a very direct way, trying to intimidate me. And I want to say to you, I will not be intimidated by you. But Honorable Chair and Honorable Badenhorst and Honorable members, indeed, Honorable Badenhorst is raising a very important issue, which we've been addressing for all this time. We are making progress, and obviously because of the enormity of the problem and how widespread it has become, there's so much to do, and the progress that we are making is being done step by step. And as we move forward, I do believe that, yes, progress will be made. Many of the things that you are saying, setting up the task teams, are being done and have been done. And the vigor that I spoke of is being more and more injected in what we are doing. If you look at, for instance, the activities of our key and top police officials in a number of provinces, that is already beginning to show itself. And our Minister of Police and his deputies are already becoming so hands-on on what needs to be done. And this is a problem that obviously is also a challenge that we face with regard to the lack of economic growth. And where there is lack of economic growth, criminality becomes one of the byproducts. But it is a byproduct, a horrible one that we need to deal with, and which is precisely what we have determined and decided that we will do. So we are having to deal with a multiplicity of problems. And when it comes, for instance, to deploying very experienced police officers and those who will focus on this, of course, we are training more and more police and bringing them into the group of those who are well experienced does take time as well, but we are addressing it. The construction mafia criminality, we are also addressing and focusing on it. In a number of areas, I'm told it's beginning to taper down, talking to people who are involved also in the sector, but it is still uncomfortably high. We still need to do much more. And what I can say is that this is an ongoing task that we need to continue tackling. And Honorable Badenhorst, we will remain focused and we will remain with the vigor and inject even more vigor that is required to deal with this. We will succeed. My view is that yes, much as you might say, we're not showing the desired results, but there will be results and we will be able to show progress as we move on. And yes, I keep hearing GNU. Yes, the Government of National Unity and the combination of the skills and the experiences and the efforts that all of us will make, we will be able to get on top of this and succeed in bringing down the levels of criminality and extortion in a number of areas in our country. And I do repeat that, yes, we are coming after the criminals and they are being dealt with the various interventions like Operation Chanela. We've been able to bring behind bars many of those who have perpetrated a number of acts of criminality. And our prisons are now burgeoning. Yesterday, Minister Groenewald was saying, I'm getting an influx of so many people in our prisons. That shows that we now have another added problem. An added problem because we are becoming effective. We are now going after the criminals and putting them behind bars. And that is why the doors of Dr. Groenewald's prisons are now opening and adding more and more people. So many efforts are being made. We are not at a standstill. And this will take time, but we are on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable President.
Go ahead.
Once again, would like to take this opportunity and thank you, Honorable President, for taking your time and present yourself before the NCOP for the response to oral questions. And I'm sure that honorable members will agree with me. Honorable President, you may take your seat. Let me check. Order, honorable members, the House is still in session. Having said that, Honorable President, we wish you all the best in your endeavor in making sure that you transform the livelihood of South Africans. We know that you have committed yourself to transform and change the lives of our people, and accordingly come before Parliament, give account of the work that has been done by government. Not only yourself, but also your ministers have followed suit on the commitments that you have made. And for that, we remain indebted in making sure that we do execute our responsibility of holding executive accountable as Parliament. Having said that, honorable members, I would request that we take a 15 minutes suspension of this session to allow the president to make his way out. We will then come back to finish the business of the day. Thank you. Honorable members, can we resume with the business of the day? Where's Honorable Mananiso? She got lost. Abamlekwe kaloku. Uyazazi. Where is she? Can we now proceed, honorable members? Honorable delegate, we now proceed to the first, the second, and the third orders. Are we now settled? Okay. We are now proceeding with the first, second, and the third orders consideration of report of Select Committee on Security and Justice on draft notice and schedule determining the rates with effect from the 1st of April 2023, at which salaries, allowances, and benefits are payable to Constitutional Court judges and other judges annually for approval by Parliament in terms of Section 2, subsection 3 of the Judges' Remuneration and Conditions of Employment Act number 47 of 2001, dated the 4th of September 2024. And again, consideration of report of Select Committee on Security and Justice on the draft notice and schedule determining the rate with effect from the 1st of April 2023, at which salaries, allowances, and benefits are payable to magistrates annually for approval by Parliament in terms of Section 12, subsection 3 of the Magistrate Act number 90 of 1993, dated the 4th of September 2024. Lastly, consideration of report of Select Committee on Security and Justice on the draft notice and schedule determining the rates with effect from the 1st of April 2024, at which salaries, allowances, and benefits are payable to magistrates annually for approval by Parliament in terms of Section 12, subsection 3 of the Magistrates Act number 90 of 1993, dated the 4th of September 2024. Honorable members, I have the speakers list before me. I now call upon Honorable Mananiso to present a committee report.
Thank you, Chairperson, honorable members, fellow South Africans. One would want to take you in confidence with regards to this report, that it is based on factual based by the members. And I want to thank the collective of our Select Committee, because we made it a point that within 3 months, in 2 days of discussing this matter we are dealing with. And I want to thank as well the collective chairperson under your leadership for actually responding to this issue with agility it deserves. Honorable House Chair, the African National Congress rises in support of the report of the Select Committee on Security and Justice on the draft notice and schedule tabled in terms of Section 12, subsection 3 of the Magistrate Act 1993, determining the rate at which salaries are payable to magistrates annually, and the draft notice and scheduled submitted in terms of Section 2, subsection 3B of the Judges' Remuneration on Conditions of Employment Act 2001, determining the rate at which salaries are payable to Constitutional Court judges and judges annually, dated the 4th September 2024. Honorable Chair, allow me, open quote, our former Deputy Chief Justice Museneki, in his judicial memo titled All Rise, made the following remarks. Easily 80% by volume of civil disputes and criminal prosecution are heard in the magistrate courts. They are grassroots courts. They are very busy courts, without which the judicial system of our country will be ground to a halt. We all owe a big debt of gratitude to these judicial officers in very district and region who work with inadequate resources and remarkably high case loads, close quote. Chairperson, in terms of Magistrate Act of 1993 and the Judges Remuneration and Conditions of Employment Act 2001, Magistrate and Constitutional Court judges are entitled to annual salaries and such allowances of benefits as determined by the President from time to time after considering the recommendation of the Independent Commission for the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers. Chairperson, the Independent Commission for the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers recommended a salary increment for all categories of public office bearers, including judges and magistrates, as follows. 3% increase in 2023-2024 and 2.5% increase for 2024-2025. Honorable members, the President, however, made a determination in respect of magistrates to accept the recommendation of 3% for 2023-2024, but recommended 4.7% for 2024 and 2025. Honorable members, I would want to take you in confidence that as a team of this select committee, we were very worried in terms of how this percentage has escalated. And I remember, and I can recall that this issue was asked by Honorable Billy from the DA to say, actually, how does that 4% come in, 4.7% come into the foyer in terms of the determination of the President? And we were given facts by the Independent Commission that this process was exhausted and they have made sure that all the legalities were followed. Honorable Chairperson, regarding correspondence to the committee, we report that on the 15th of April, 2024, the Judicial Officers Association of South Africa, JOASA, submitted a letter to Parliament which expressed concern about the delays in finalizing and implementing the measure review. The measure review seeks to bring equity and fairness to the public office bearers' remuneration. Honorable Chairperson, the measure review is also meant to consider roles and responsibility, the effect of inflation, and the potential disparities in remuneration. The measure review was to be undertaken by the Independent Commission for the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers. Honorable members, on the 23rd July 2024, the Judges Association of South Africa wrote to the chairperson of the committee requesting that the committee approve the draft notice, the chairperson, which is myself, colleagues, only to the extent that it makes a 2023-2024 financial year determination and disapprove the 2024-2025 financial year determination and refer it back to the President. On the 27th of August, a letter was received from the Lower Court Remuneration Commission requesting that they make a presentation of the committee on their concerns, including the delay in the publication of annual proclamations and the declining morale amongst the judiciary. Honorable Chairperson, the committee wrote to the LCRC and requested that they make a written submission to the committee instead of listing all their concerns for the committee to consider. Chairperson, on the 24th of 2024, July, the committee received a briefing from the Deputy Minister in the Presidency and the Independent Commission of the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers. The Independent Commission advised the committee that all stakeholders had been consulted in respect of their recommendation for salary increment and that the measure review will be completed by the end of August 2024. At this meeting, the committee resolved to seek a legal opinion in respect of this matter raised by JASA. On the 30th of August, the Select Committee received a letter from the Judiciary pleading with the committee not to proceed with the briefing session scheduled for the 4th September 2024 until the President had given consideration to the request made by the Chief Justice in respect of the 2025 financial year for the President to reconsider and revise the determination to be in line with the 4.7 adjustment made in respect of all magistrates. On the 4th September 2024, the committee received the legal opinion which advised there was no legal impediment preventing the committee from fulfilling its statutory obligation. Honorable members, to either approve in whole or in part and disapprove the notice in respect of the judges. However, the committee agreed to the President's determination for magistrate and agreed to the 3% for the judges for the 2023-2024. Chairperson, the committee noted the concerns of judges. The committee supports the notion of parity with the judiciary moving forward and hopes the President will consider the proposed increase for 2024-2025. The committee noted that it would like to make a rational and informed decision regarding the salary increment of judges. The committee therefore deferred the matter of the judges' salary for 2024-2025 to a later meeting and undertaken to write the President to obtain clarity regarding his decision in respect of the judges' salary for 2024-2025. The committee agreed to invite the Office of the Chief Justice to a meeting to understand their work and operation as part of the committee oversight functions. In respect of this magistrate concerns, the committee agreed to write the Department of Justice and ask the department to appear before the committee as an introductory meeting to follow up on matters raised in correspondences of magistrates on the process of review of the Magistrate Court Act and the single judiciary. Fellow South Africans, I hope you are noting and taking consideration that the committee wants to be consistent in terms of the decision that they are undertaking, so that at least they are taken to task on their responsibility and accountability. So we are dealing with this matter as it comes case by case based on the facts. Recommendation, Honorable Chair, in terms of the magistrate, the Select Committee on Security and Justice, having considered the draft notices and scheduled determining the rate with effect from the 1st April 2023 and with the effect from 1st April 2024, at which salaries, allowances, and benefits are payable to magistrate annually, for approval by Parliament in terms of Section 12, subsection 3 of the Magistrate Act 1993, Act 90 of 1993, referred to it on the 15th July 2024, recommends that the Council approve the said draft notice as scheduled. Honorable Chairperson, in terms of the judges, the Select Committee on Security and Justice, having considered the draft notice and schedule determining the rate with effect from the 1st April 2023, at which salaries, allowances, and benefits are payable, the Constitutional Court judges and judges annually for approval by Parliament in terms of Section 2, subsection 4 of the Judges' Remuneration and Conditions of Employment Act 2001, Act number 47 of 2001, referred to it on the 15th July 2024, recommends that the Council approve the said draft notice and scheduled. Chairperson, we want to emphasize that the point made by the President, all the citizens of South Africa are enjoined to respect, protect, and promote our constitutional and the rule of law by respecting and protecting judicial authority of our courts. This is important to ensure that our constitutional democracy continues to thrive. Honorable Chairperson, as the ANC and the collective, we support this report. And we want to say that we are on course, many that still needs to come forward to do the Select Committee. We would respond to it with agility, without fear, without shame, because we are capable women and men who are ready to ensure that the GNU delivers better life for all. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee, Honorable Mananiso. Honorable members, before we proceed to voting on the order, I shall now allow the provinces an opportunity to make their declaration of vote on the first order in terms of Rule 86. If they so wishes, I'm giving each province 3 minutes to make a declaration. I'll start off with the province of Eastern Cape. Kosiam,
Chairperson and honorable members, on behalf of the province of Legends, realizing the importance of that arm of the state judiciary, particularly the magistrate, we have no hesitation in supporting the recommendations by the Standing Committee on Security and Justice. Thank you, Chair.
thank you, honorable member. We now move to the province of Free State, Honorable Dlamini.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. As Free State, we duly support. Thank you very much.
Gauteng is conflicted. I don't know who's gonna speak on behalf of the province, Honorable Mananiso.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. We are not conflicted. In line with the constitutional mandate, we want to support on the basis that it's about human rights and parity.
You are a referee and a player at the same time. The province of KZN, Honorable Billy.
Sibonge sihlalo njengesifundazwe saKwaZulu Natali siyaqinisekisa ukuthi udaba sitholile ithuba lokuthi silibheke siyavumelana nombiko obekwe usihlalo ngalawo mazwi siyaseseka isiphakamiso esiphambi kwethu kwi-NCOP. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga, Honorable Billy. We are now moving to the province of Limpopo, Honorable Mukweli.
Ke go leboge Chairperson. Really Limpopo, we are supporting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mukweli. We now move to Mpumalanga province, Honorable Ngumalo.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. On behalf of Mpumalanga Province, the place of the rising sun, we are in support of the increase of the remuneration of our judges. They are entitled to this. It's a matter of bread and butter to them. So we are in support. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Ngumalo. We are now moving to Northern Cape, Honorable Mabilo.
No, thanks, Honorable Chairperson. As in Northern Cape, we support 100% the report as table. It's a compelling case that we cannot shy away from. It's a step in the right direction. Thank you, we support.
Thank you, Honorable Mabilo. We're now moving to the province of the Northwest, Honorable Sitole.
Thank you, Chairperson, and greetings to your good self and the Chief Whip. As Northwest, we are in support. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Sitole. We're now moving to the province of Western Cape, Honorable Badenhorst.
Chair, the Western Cape will support.
Thank you very much, honorable members. We are now voting, we are going to proceed to voting on the first order. And the question is that the report be agreed to. I now call upon the provinces to cast their votes. When called upon, the heads of delegations must indicate whether they vote in favor or against or they abstain. I'll start off once again with Eastern Cape.
Chair, honorable member, the Eastern Cape support.
That is it. Free State,
Honorable Chair, Free State to support.
Thank you. Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chairperson. Gauteng supports the report.
Thank you, Honorable Mananiso. Honorable Billy.
Sihlalo isifundazwe saKwaZulu Natali siyawaseka kakhulu umbiko. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga. Honorable Mukweli.
Thanks very much, Chair. As Limpopo, we vote in favor. Thank you.
Re a leboga. Mpumalanga.
Thank you very
Honorable
much, Chair.
Nxumalo,
As Mpumalanga, we do support.
siyabonga. And Honorable Mabilo,
Re a leboga modulasetulo. As Northern Cape, we support 100%. Thank you.
thank you. Northwest, Honorable Stole.
Thank you, Chairperson. As Northwest, we support.
Thank you very much. Western Cape,
Chair, the Western Cape votes in favour.
thank you very much. The vote is now closed. Honorable members, all provinces unanimously voted in favor. Therefore, I declare the report agreed to in accordance with Section 65 of the Constitution. We're now proceeding to the declaration of vote on the second order. Provinces now have an opportunity to make once again their declaration of vote in terms of Rule 86. If they so wish, you do have 3 minutes each for each province to make that declaration. I'll start this time around with the Western Cape.
No declaration. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Can I move to Northwest?
No declaration, Chair.
Thank you. Northern Cape?
Thank you, Chair. No declaration from us.
Thank you. Mpumalanga?
Thank you very much, Chair. No declaration from us. Thank you.
Thank you. Limpopo?
Thanks, Chairperson, no declaration.
Thank you. KwaZulu Natal?
No declaration, Slal.
Thank you. Gauteng?
Thank you, Chair. No declaration.
Thank you. Free State?
Thank you, Chair. No declaration.
Thank you. Eastern Cape?
And honorable members, sibamba ngazo zozibini usihlalo nekomiti yakhe. Hayi, sithi siyabonga. Nkosi.
Thank you very much, honorable members. We're now proceeding to the voting on the second order. And the question is that the report be agreed to. I'll now call upon once again provinces to cast their votes. When provinces are called upon, the heads of delegations must indicate whether they vote in favor or against or they abstain. I'll start with Gauteng.
Thank you, Chairperson. We are in favor.
Thank you. Followed by Mpumalanga,
Thank you very much, Chair. We are in favor.
followed by KZN.
Slalo si asa kakulu report.
Thank you. Northwest,
Thank you, Chair. We are in favor.
Western Cape. Thank you.
Western Cape is in favour.
Thank you. Northern Cape,
Thank you, Chair. Northern Cape is in favor. Thank you.
Limpopo,
Re a leboga modulasetulo, re le Limpopo, re a dumela.
wa leboga. Lastly, Free State.
Ra leboha motsamaiši wa dipuisano, re a tshehetsa.
Ra leboga. Lastly, Eastern Cape.
Then Cape follow suit. We vote in favor.
Thank you very much, honorable members. The vote is now closed. Once again, honorable members, all provinces have voted unanimously in favor. I therefore declare the report agreed to in accordance with Section 65 of the Constitution. Lastly, honorable member, we are now proceeding to a declaration to vote on the third order. Once again, I invite provinces to make declaration of vote in terms of Rule 86, if they so wishes. Eastern Cape,
Chair and honorable members, once again, we are indebted to the committee for a very, very good report, and we're very thankful to them. Thank you so much.
thank you. Honorable Dlamini,
Honorable Chair, we vote in favor of this report. Thank you.
Thank you. Gauteng, Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chairperson. Libona ke batho, we vote in favor.
Thank you. KwaZulu Natal.
Sihlalo njengophondo lakwaZulu Natali asinaso isibhengezo.
Siyabonga. Limpopo.
Chairperson, as Limpopo, we support.
Thank you. Mpumalanga.
Thank you very much, Chair. As Mpumalanga, we support.
Thank you. Northern Cape.
Thank you, Chair. As the Northern Cape, we support.
Thank you. Northwest.
Thank you, Chairperson. As Northwest, we support.
Thank you. Western Cape.
Western Cape support, Chair.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, the vote is now being closed and accordingly, unanimously, all provinces have voted in favor. I now therefore declare the report agreed to in accordance with section 65 of the Constitution.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable delegates, that concludes the business of the day. The House is adjourned. Thank you very much. Honorable members, can we kindly be seated? The secretary would like to make two announcements in